Let's move this over here so you can get a proper sound of my voice. Should sound a little bit better now.
Well, I can actually sync without you going, "Hey, alright, motherfucker, let me whispering in here."
Hey, you guys!
Thank God there's a fucking audio limit for you. Anyways, take it away.
Welcome to Tea Talk, where typical Brits talk typical shit. I am your host, Extreme Storm, joined by my co-host, Excalibur.
Hello, it is me.
And we are here to talk about plenty of subjects, and we apologise for missing the previous week. We just...
Yeah, I didn't tweet about that, did I? Should have.
Nope. I didn't either, but then I never tweet, so...
Oh, well, shit happens. But of course, yes, as Jake did say before, quite a few things did happen within the past couple of weeks. And there's many things which did happen, and we're going to start off with the Carabao Cup final.
Yes, something that I was shitting myself while watching. Sprinkle the salt on all the Chelsea fans because, you know...
Liverpool won, the Salt Bay.
Liverpool won. Liverpool won, Chelsea had 3 goals disallowed because they were all offside. Well, fuck you.
And also one very intriguing player, decided to cause Chalobah a very shitty injury.
Chalobah didn't get an injury in that game.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
The Carabao Cup final, he did.
Well, he wasn't. He was on the pitch for the full 120 minutes.
It was still a pretty bad fucking... fair enough, he played on, but the tackle that was put onto him, it was fucking bad.
Oh, Naby... Yeah, I know what you're on about now.
Naby Keita.
That wasn't his fault, man.
And also, a few days later, it was confirmed he did have a penis injury, and he has to have surgery for it.
Well, I mean, I watched the final, and I saw it happen.
So Chalobah's 14-inch thwacker has to go through surgery now, because Keita is decided, you know, I'm going to slow down and kick him in the fucking groin.
Well, he was going the same way. Neither of them were going for the ball. It was equally his fault as it was Naby's.
Yeah, but you could see through the replay that Keita purposely slowed down and then put his leg up.
Chalobah's not any better in that situation. Anyways, he didn't even try to go for the ball. He just slid.
What?
Listen, Naby's at fault there, but so's Chalobah. They're both equally at fault.
So you're telling me, one bad thing for another equals fair play? No.
I'm not saying it was fair at all. I was just saying that Chalobah's equally at fault for it.
For a minimum, Keita should have been booked for that.
I mean, I think Chalobah should have been booked for that as well, to be honest. But I guess we're not. I mean, putting your dick at risk like that, I think it's his own fault. No. Really. You should wear some proper padding.
If we really want to look at the replay...
I don't. I've seen it enough on Twitter.
Really? Because you think Chalobah deserves a... Do you think Chalobah deserves to get booked? I don't think you've seen it enough.
A joke.
Don't think you've seen it enough, mate.
I don't think he deserves to get booked. Listen, I'm not saying Naby should have gotten booked, but I don't like the narrative of that. I don't like the narrative that is completely Naby's fault.
It was a bad tackle.
It was a bad tackle, but Chalobah's also in fault for it, apart from it.
Yes, but Keita purposely slowed down and then stood his leg out. If he went for the same speed, he would have got the ball.
Well, if Chalobah didn't slide, then this would have been a fucking conversation topic.
Right,
if he stood up and didn't go for the imaginary ball, this wouldn't be a problem. It's his own fault, really. But other than that, it was 120 pure fucking minutes of me, and then some, of just absolutely shitting myself. But that game was so end to end, and I don't think there'll ever be a better 0-0 final. But also, in the history of the Carabao Cup.
Also, I'm literally looking back through it. Chalobah didn't slide tackle.
Yeah, I'm not saying he slid to side tackle Naby. I'm just saying he slid and missed the ball.
He didn't slid. He stuck his leg up, trying to go for the ball, which, to confirm, he did get. He got a smidgen of it, and it equals, you know...
Why are you still on this?
Because I'm fucking looking... I actually have the video up, and I'm looking through it.
Yeah, but why are you still on this topic?
Because it's one of our topics, so we got to make it stretch to an hour somehow.
No, it's not. The Carabao Cup final is one of the topics.
Yes, involving the tackle between Chalobah and Keita.
Why are you having to go at me all the time for talking about dicks and shit, and now you're constantly on a topic about someone's dick being injured?
Actually, it wasn't it. That's the thing. In the video, it's his thigh that got hit, and of course,
Well, then why you having to go at Nabby then? He didn't even hit his dick. His thigh got hit.
He hit his thigh, which needed stitches, and of course he actually. And
what's that got to do with his dick then? Why are you bringing it up?
Because he needed surgery for that as well.
Why are you desperate to bring the man's dick up?
He needed surgery for that as well. I'm literally bringing back up the tackle when it should have been a minimum yellow.
Yo, this guy's sus, man. Like, he's constantly bringing up someone's dick in a conversation.
I'm bringing up the fact that Keita didn't get booked there was an absolute scam.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but there's about 15 different Chelsea players that could have been booked in the game as well. Kovacic deserved to get sent off at points. What lie? Like the amount of fucking yellow card offenses he had and got away with every single fucking one.
And yet this tackle was a red card offense. A lot of people think this should have been a red.
Well, listen, if Kovacic got sent off, I would happily say that Naby got sent off as well. But the fact that Kovacic got away with every tackle that he did, I'm not having it. And there was other tackles as well. Asper wasn't particularly sane, Aspie, was he, that fucking game?
Yeah.
Just wait, like I'm not saying that it wasn't a foul.
It was an incredibly horrific one. It was an incredibly horrific tackle.
God, man, this guy, man, doesn't even get me wording. It's fine.
You literally said, "Oh, it was a bad tackle." It was fucking horrific.
It was a bad tackle. I'm agreeing with you, and yet you're still not letting me have a word in.
Nah. Even though you're the co-host, nah, you're not allowed to speak. Not allowed to speak. But still, fair enough to Liverpool. They've won their 50th trophy within 2 seasons.
50th?
Fucking might as well be.
It's 51, mate.
50. Oh, sorry. Oh. Shiver me timbers. Shut up.
Someone's a bit upset that Man United can't pull a goal away to save their lives.
Man United can't even pull fucking draws at this point. I'm pissed. There, of course, tomorrow is when we're recording this is a Saturday. Tomorrow is the United and City derby, which we're gonna lose. We're gonna fucking lose.
If Maguire doesn't play, you've got a chance.
If Maguire starts, we've bottled it. If he doesn't start, we have a chance. Hand the captain's band to either David De Gea, Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Scott McTominay, and then that's it.
Give it to Varane. He knows what it is to be there and win that with a trophy. Maybe not the Prem, but I guess maybe not because he's injured quite a bit. So maybe...
That's what I'm saying, Ronaldo or Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, or maybe McTominay might not be too bad.
I'd say Ronaldo for this season, give it to Bruno next season, because I don't see a world where, if Man United don't get top 4, I don't see a world where Ronaldo stays.
Oh no, he's gone next season.
Yeah, I don't. Like, top 4 is the requirement to keep a Ronaldo, and you can see it in the performances that he doesn't want to be there at this point. He wants to be there, but he doesn't want to be there in this condition. If it was Ferguson and you still had players like Scholes and Keane and those types of players, sure, he'd happily be in there. But there's just, you can just tell in the way they play, there isn't fucking any enthusiasm there at all. I don't think the manager's inspiring anything really. And I get he's a temp, so he's not meant to, but like he's not exactly having the spark that Ole had when he first came in as a temp. And Man United were winning games left, right, and centre, and then they prematurely gave him a contract, which that was the biggest mistake of Man United's recent history.
Pretty much.
I can see Man United turn up tomorrow. They always seem to turn up in at least most of the games against Man City. So it won't surprise me if they did it again. Maybe Ronaldo goes in and says, "This is what you've missed out on. You should have given me better money." I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't say it'd be giving me better money, but
you should have tried a little bit better.
Pretty much.
I mean, I think it was set for United anyways when that saga was going on, but...
Well, that's the thing. City didn't even go for United. No, City didn't even go for Ronaldo at all.
Well, it was very heavily linked, but I could have seen a world that if they missed out on Messi...
There was nothing at all. It was all bullshit made by press. There was zero. Ronaldo had zero talks with City at all. Nothing happened.
Me, really. Ronaldo's not a one-club player, not by a long shot. But he wouldn't fuck off. He wouldn't fuck every United fan off to go to City. No, he would have won more if he went to City.
I think he has a bit more sense than that. think there's a
But
bit more sense of that, at least.
yeah, because I mean, even for Ronaldo, the last thing you want is to have a complete fan base on the back, and you learn that with Figo when he went from what was it? It was either from Barca to Madrid or Madrid to Barca. I think it was.
Also, when Carlos Tevez went from United to City.
Oh yeah, that was certain. I don't think he cared really.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So many people talk about typical portrayals of people going to other clubs and shit. But it happened to us quite a bit in the early 2000s.
Kasper Schmeichel was another fucking one of that, wasn't he?
Yeah, Kasper Schmeichel, Carlos Tevez. It's like, we've had our own betrayals. So don't... A lot of players seem like, oh, United deserve the betrayals and all that shit. When it actually happened to us before, like, Van Persie even happened.
It's happened all the time, and there's the rare one with Merseyside as well.
Yeah.
Although, like, I guess you could call like Michael Owen to United was technically like a betrayal in itself because Liverpool and Man United just don't have the good relevant history together. But if there's one thing you don't do as a Liverpool player or an Everton player is go to the other side because you're asking for it.
Because it's like it's a Scouse club and a Scouse club, like a City club and a City,
it's like Man United, Man City, except when it comes to a Merseyside derby, the Merseyside derby's 10 times dirtier than. Like, don't get me wrong, the Manchester derby's a dirty game when it wants to be, but you don't have the Keanos and you don't have the Yaya Torres of back in the day when primes and obviously at different time points, but those were both players that would have stuck in for a tackle. I mean, I'm not saying that they're a player that wouldn't do that, but compared to a Merseyside derby is just dirty as fuck. Every player is getting a foot in, and it's claimed the many seasons of players, as Van Dijk being obviously the most recent notable one, but like if you come out of that game on as either side and you don't get at least one injury from that game, you are lucky. You are a lucky team.
You pretty much are, yeah. It's just.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that Everton egg it on or like start it because Liverpool have started at a point as well. It's just Everton decided to do it at a way more consistent rates. Although the last game that we had against them when Rafa was in charge, it wasn't really necessarily dirty. It's just I don't think Everton really cared at that point. I mean, I think they're still going off past glories when they beat us last season. I don't know if it was at Anfield or not, but to be honest, that was a season where we gave everyone an open opportunity except for Man United to beat us at Anfield. So
pretty much.
But
of course, it's United. They like to bottle a lot in this day and age. Unfortunately,
you're another couple of years off potentially coming back to anywhere near your prime. Unfortunately, so
at this rate, it'll be a couple of years off of me being a United supporter. At this rate,
it might need to be
bottling it.
Well, you've still got Champions League to hope for.
Yeah,
if
literally.
Madrid don't knock you out.
Pretty much, and I'm pretty much the next leg is when was it Tuesday? The next leg?
It's the 8th of March.
And the 8th of March.
It's the 8th or 9th of March. It's one of those days.
Tuesday. So I'm actually off then. So guess you'll be watching that.
Not you.
Probably will be because I'll be visiting my grandmother on that day, and of course, the football would definitely be on TV at that point.
Yes.
Champions League.
I'll be watching that Inter game. I watched I don't know. Did I watch that one with Thingy?
Probably not.
No, I did. Yeah. I mean, I'll be watching that one because I watched the first leg. And Inter are a good side. When they want to press, they really do. It's just when they let it go, they fuck themselves. They
fuck it basically.
Like, if there's one thing you don't want to do, is that you don't want to go blow for blow against Liverpool and then give up around about the 70th minute because Liverpool will have that extra 20. Like, the Premier League, it's clear to say that the Premier League physicality was shown clearly on that first leg against Inter because Inter's players were knackered out by like the 70 odd minute.
Yeah.
Whereas Liverpool players were still ready to egg it on. I was like, listen, mate, you're a good Serie A side. You won the league last season, but we're a side that's just going to keep battering you all game if you give us that chance. And that's
a Scouse club. If you give them a car for tires to nick, they're going to nick them.
It's like if you give us the opportunity, really, we're gonna keep bouncing back at you. And it's a problem with a lot of signings these days for Prem players. And I think even some English players as well. It's just like you see that some of the players these days are just not up to it.
No,
Which is why a lot of them have flopped. It's probably why Man United didn't really have much of a chance to get back into this Liverpool game that the 5-0 one. It's because by that point, you were 5-0 down and around about 60, 70 minutes in, and Liverpool were just taking pot shots. The energy wasn't there, and no one gave a shit.
Yeah, that's why pretty much all the United fans left the stadium after the 5th goal. I'm surprised Ole didn't get sacked at that point. That was literally that is the biggest walkout of a football match.
It's like, how are you, as a football manager, going to allow that to happen? Allowing your team to go out there and get absolutely destroyed and be 5-0 down within about 50 minutes at your home turf in front of your own fans in what was supposed to be your title challenging season. And then, as an owner, how the fuck are you not walking down to that pitch and then immediately sacking him there and then on that spot? 50th minute in, you sack him at that point.
Yeah. It's just like, a fucking joke, really. It is. It's just a complete and utter joke.
It's a big walkout, as if Watford wasn't bad enough.
Oh, cool.
It's just...
Well, I was saying, obviously, after Watford, that's when he went, nah. I think the reason why they waited until the Watford game is because, obviously, Tottenham is a top 4 club. Watford isn't. Tottenham? What the fuck am I saying? Liverpool. Oh, top 4 club. Tottenham's not a top 4 club. Liverpool's a top 4 club. Watford wasn't. So the fact that we lost 4-1 to Watford, that's when they went, okay, you shouldn't be even doing that. You're fucked.
Yeah, I get it as a Man United manager, you've got incredibly unrealistic expectations at this point for any manager that gets in, which is why if you want to succeed, an Allegri or a Zidane is needed. Maybe even a Pochettino if you really want to go there.
That's the thing. You look at Pochettino, I don't think he's a good fit for United.
I don't think he.
If you don't want to win,
the ship, I just don't think he'll win.
If you want a Tottenham manager that has bottled it for them for the past decade, yeah, go for Pochettino.
I wouldn't say Pochettino bottled it for Tottenham. I think he took them as far as they wanted to go. End of the day, he was really brought in to steady that ship and not win shit. Like that's so really what most.
As a Dan would be nice, but we have zero chance of getting us a Dan until the end of the season. He won't join halfway through, and we'd have to pay him a big sum of money to actually get him to come over here. But of course, at this point,
not a bad show.
At the end of the season, we could end up snagging Conte from Tottenham.
That depends on you've really got to promise him that he's learned.
Basically, if he's given the funds, that's when he'll do shit.
That's when he goes. He was promised.
Tottenham's never gonna give him the funds. Never. Not a chance. You can even see from reviews of Conte that he's not having it.
He's not fucking happy. Like this is a bit more than he bit off.
Because I'm pretty sure he said a quote something of "I don't think I can do this." Already.
Yeah, he did. It's just.
What's it been like 3 months? Him being a Tottenham manager.
Antonio Conte.
Tottenham had 2 players of theirs leave, and not even 1 player was purchased throughout that transfer window.
They bought Kulusevski in.
Irrelevant.
And Bentancur.
Irrelevant. No game changers, really.
Irrelevant. I mean, Kulusevski's already won 1 or 2 games, but
still, it's just like when a team like Tottenham needs a bit of a rehaul, 1 or 2 players ain't gonna cut it. Because you look at their midfield, you look at their defense, it's not exactly there.
Not as it used to be. I mean, they're using what was essentially their third and fourth choice centre backs from back when Vertonghen and Alderweireld were back in their primes and
of course
their primes. Sure, they were great fucking centre backs.
Of course, at this point they're off in Liga Portugal and Eredivisie at this point. So
I don't know where Alderweireld's at really at this point. I don't know if he's actually still in the game.
I know Vertonghen's in the Portuguese league.
Yeah, he's playing for Benfica at the moment.
Benfica, yes.
But
moving on from
Pokemon talk. Not Pokemon talk.
Not Pokemon talk. Since we are going on from IRL football, we'll go to fantasy football,
Virtual
basically.
Football.
So, FUT Birthday, recent promo that has come out. The fact that that's the thing. I thought it was a good idea for promo. You saw the players which are potentially coming out. Suarez, Silas, good promo choices of decent, solid players. And then, because of Ronaldo being into it, they're rare to pack now.
I don't think it was Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's pack width's a lot higher than the regular one. But I mean, I think it was going to happen for FUT
but it's like,
anyways.
You add a player like you add like one of the big guy players in. For example, if Ronaldo and Messi and Neymar were all in that same promo, it would be a less than 1% for a 125k pack.
I think it's impossible to have a promo like FUT Birthday and not have a player like Ronaldo or Messi in there. It's just how it's going to be.
Ronaldo, Messi, or Neymar wasn't even in the promo last year, and that was a good fucking promo.
I just don't feel like it was. I don't think it was needed for Ronaldo to be in there, but like FUT Birthday's celebrating the many years of
13 years
throughout, and it's just like, well, Ronaldo and Messi have been a part of every single one. In terms
13
of
years of children using mother's credit cards.
Yes, and it's just like, well, that's a small reason. FUT Birthday is going to be the next. This FUT Birthday is the biggest promo that we'll get until Team.
It is a huge promo. It is a huge promo. I'll give it that. Ronaldo's card is nice, getting a 5-star, 5-star.
I've used him in a draft already, and he popped those fuckers in with his weak foot like.
And I was kind of pissed off when I got my first FUT Birthday card, and it was Terraria. I don't know how you say his name. It might as well be Terraria at this point. And I go and search for Ronaldo's card on the market, and within the first 5 minutes, there's been 7 which have been put on the market.
Yep.
So 7 motherfuckers have packed him within the first 10 minutes. And I'm just like, fuck you to the 7 people who get Ronaldo. Fuck you. I haven't gotten once this year.
Am I included in that as well?
Yes, fuck you too.
Fuck you for the 3 times that you've packed Ronaldo.
3 times you packed the regular one, and then the 1 time you packed the Once to Watch one for the pre-order promo. It's like,
I don't know.
I get a mid icon.
Ronaldo a little bit.
I get a mid icon from my squad, from my Div Rival awards. I get mid Essien from my fucking rewards, and yeah, can't get Ronaldo. I can get a 300k mid icon, but I can't get a 120k fucking footballer.
Nope. Not allowed.
It's bullshit.
It's illegal.
But of course, the FUT Birthday tokens, there's actual good offers for the tokens. Because of Ronaldo being in packs, I am going for that Team 1 pack. I am. Yes. Fuck the 86 if I don't get enough tokens for it. I'm going for the Team 1. And also, Silas Baby releases an SBC, because he's my new right mid, which I need to grab.
I mean, there's plenty of cards on offer, and I like the first 2 that they've released. Tammy Abraham's cool as well. I just need to do him.
Yeah, but he's 3-star, 3-star.
That's a glitch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they've done that with a lot of objective players this season. It'll get like a 5-star weak foot or something.
Probably.
At least I think so. But I'm pretty sure it's a glitch.
Okay, because I was thinking for a promo which advertises star upgrades of weak foot or skill move to 5. For him to have 3-3, that made no sense to me. So I hope that is a bug.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit of a glitch in the system.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a glitch. What are you going to be going for?
Yeah, he's got 5-star skill moves. Yeah, Footbin's saying it's got 5-star skill moves. 3-star weak foot, but 5-star skill moves.
Okay, so with the tokens that you're getting, I'm assuming you're going to grab every single one.
I will be doing my best effort to grab every single one. I've pretty much got everyone so far.
So which one... What packs are you going to do if you do grab every token?
More likely just the 86 times 7 and the Team 1 guaranteed pack, not the pick.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much all I can get for the best
value, really. Those are the 2 options you can get.
The chance at Ronaldo, and then some good fodder for what could be a potential good icon pack coming out soon. And
then another chance of getting a Ronaldo as well.
Yeah, because by that point, I'll have finished icon swaps as well, which, depending on how I feel, it might be a Gerrard, I
still need to sort out icon swaps, to be fair.
Yes, that's another thing that you need
I got La Liga and... I got Eredivisie squad battles. I think it's 4 more FUT Champs wins. And then So Eredivisie, 4 more FUT Champs wins, and the 2 one league ones.
What was that? Probably not League On, but
No,
maybe
did that one.
not Prem.
No, I think it was La Liga and Bundesliga.
Yes.
So Player of the Month Muller is going to be
no, Serie A. It was Serie A.
Serie A. Never mind. Okay, so Chiesa is going to do well there.
Yes.
But of course, we're going to have to wait and see for that.
Yes, Eredivisie will get done on stream probably at some point in the next week.
Yep. Because that's the thing. I might try and push for the grind for the. Because what is it? Is it the Prime or is it the Prime pack, which is 9 tokens?
Prime pack, yeah.
I
might push for that, but Gerard's tempting me.
I may push. I may push for that. In all honesty.
For me, it'll be either Gerard or the Prime pack, whichever one I'm happy with.
Well, Gerard moments it would be cool for you to get.
Yeah, I am a diehard Stevie G fan, so I would fucking love nothing more than to have a Moments Gerard in the club, but there's something about packing a Moments Gerard that's just going to be even better.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot better, but of course the chances of packing an icon extremely low as it is. To get the one you want is very unlikely.
Yeah, but there's always a chance during team season. You never know. Team season's going to be at a point where I'll be opening a fuck ton of icon packs anyways, so...
I mean, that's very,
you never know when you look in. Maybe a Steven Gerrard guaranteed SBC comes out anyways, and then I'll just do that.
Maybe, yeah. Moments Stevie G SBC costs like $1 million coins.
It's been happening almost every year so far, so I imagine there'll be another one. I'll be fine to do that then.
That's very true. There's always a chance of that. But for birthday, not a bad promo. I just hope I actually get some decent luck for it.
Yes, indeed. But going on to another FUT topic.
Okay, so we'll go for that next. By the time that this is released, you would have seen our brand new FIFA series, which
called FUT Lockdown.
Yes, FUT Lockdown. Of course, that is probably just going to be a once every 2 weeks thing. Just so there's enough time to get the footage that we need and for it to get edited down. Because, well, we'll move on to this subject a little bit, but Jake does edit that series.
Yes, I'm quite happy with the progress that I've made so far.
It's not a bad first video that he has done. It's not a bad first one, especially for his first time using Premiere. But of course, FUT Lockdown was an idea that I kind of... Who came up with the idea? Was it both of us?
I think you initially came up with like that type of idea because it was based on Pokemon stuff, and then we both like kind of worked.
Yeah, it was okay. So it was based on Pokemon stuff, and then it was reformed into that because I saw a video from United Gamer and Game Boy Luke, which did a video of basically a lockdown where if you catch one type, the other person can't use it. So I kind of similarized the FIFA idea for that, hence FUT Lockdown.
And it didn't take that long to come up with the rules, and we tried to record it a couple of times, which is why we did like little hidden references to what we were doing throughout episodes of the podcast and through streams. But
they necessarily didn't work out just because obviously Jake didn't have capture card during the time, and also
I was a little bit behind on my technology,
syncing issues and shit. But of course, we recorded our first one, which, like I said, the first episode is already out, so go check that out on the main channel.
Check it out. A little bit of a hint. Italian versus Brazil and France.
The Italian mafia versus the world. So, of course, there's a little hint. Go over to the episode.
So, on Connor's main channel.
Yep, that was a lot of fun. I'm not looking forward to the release of episode 2, in all honesty. Because episode 2 has been recorded, it just needs to be edited down.
That will be started the day after that we're recording this. But...
And I'll give a little hint for that one as well. I'll give a hint now. Past versus present.
Yes, I had a lot of fun shooting that one. It's just a case of I'm going to have to do a lot more syncing for that one. But
yeah, because the one thing which people may notice is that we kind of talk over each other a little bit, and that's because Jake edited the entire video without syncing the footage first. Because he could have synced my FUT audio and his together, because I recorded the Discord audio, and of course he didn't do that.
I just wanted to say that he did tell me how to do that. I didn't discover how to do that until...
I generally thought it was a bit more of an obvious take, because you have 2 separate footages, you put them together, and it's easy to do, but...
Yeah, but, it's me, and, I take obvious as a completely normal thing.
True, I suppose.
So, yeah, you're going to need to teach me that one for tomorrow, or
yes.
whatever, next time, but... That will be needed at some point. But going on to editing,
But of course,
that edit took me about a week and a half.
Yeah.
With me kind of like going full on it in the last like 4 or 5 days or so.
So it took. So how long did you consistently? How long did you say it took you? Would you say about 5 days?
If I gave at least a full on 2 hours a day on it, it'd take me about 5 days to edit it.
Okay, so necessarily, 2 hours a day, 5 days, so about 10 hours it would take to edit that video down.
It's not considering that I haven't touched editing before.
Like I say, since you've never touched editing before, and it took you 10 hours to cut down a 40-minute video, 45 minutes video of that structure to 16 minutes. I'd say it's pretty good for your first attempt. And of course, the one thing you'll notice is that it will take the same amount of time to edit a video down, but it'll be more and more footage, which will be passed on within the future, basically.
It'll definitely be that, and I know what I'm doing now a little bit more, so like I know how to cut a little bit better. I know what things that I want to have in the video as well.
Yeah.
That will make it like a little bit more funny, because I know there were parts of the video in there that you found quite entertaining.
Like I say, that Jake had a bit of creativity for this episode, which you'll see more. It definitely, he's good at like creating funny memes with the clips, like because he has used clips in the video, and of course, so it's like this bit of spoilers ahead. I'll say it now, but the Owusu is just
Owusu.
That
was chef kiss for me. That was one of the best things that I could have done.
That was pretty good. Okay, that is some creativity that only the type of mindset that I was gonna put it nicely, but that is the type of mindset that people with ADHD and autism would have, because they don't really know. They don't know how to think within the box, but then they goddamn know how to think out of it.
You've had this experience with me for the last 4 years, and you maybe close to getting 5 years now. But you know damn well just how much I will notice the shit that I'm not supposed to, but I won't notice the shit that I'm supposed to.
It's like obviously it's like the obvious stuff, not his forte, but anything that I wouldn't notice, he would, pretty much. So he's done that.
I know.
I
catch him out on so much shit. It's not even funny.
You do. The whole fucking baby crying shit as well is just like, oh, you bastard.
See, normal people wouldn't think of that. I'll watch through the footage and you'll pick a face up, and then I'm thinking that's funny for a clip.
And it's just like, oh, you bastard.
It's not the first time I've done that though, is it?
It's not. It really isn't. The fucking the 2018 clip of my forehead being 15 miles long. Thankfully, it doesn't look bad in this camera. Thankfully, it doesn't.
He's got his hair out for this video as well, because he's put effort in for this one.
Yes, because I didn't want to wear a hat today, because a lot of my videos are me wearing the same hat, because I need to clean my other ones. But I don't know how to clean snapbacks without just chucking them in the washing machine and then getting ruined. So I still need to look it up.
But like, when it comes to like editing videos and stuff, I'm noticing like things. I think I'm picking up on it quite quickly, and I've done this with a lot of
pretty much have the right
before.
editor mindset. Because
I enjoyed doing it as well. Other than the one crash that I had, which completely fucked me for a day, I was quite happy with the.
That's why you have the autosave every 5 minutes.
And the autosave didn't do shit. I was autosaving every 5 minutes, but I still lost that footage.
That's because it saves it somewhere else.
Well, it saves it in the Adobe, the Premiere Pro folder, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's what I've been opening it from.
Because it would be in Documents, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It doesn't get saved anywhere else.
Documents, Adobe Premiere Pro, and then or Adobe Premiere Pro autosave. It'd be
if it's an autosave, then I might not have seen it. But other than that, that should have been the video that I released, because that one was actually finished. Oops. I didn't have to work an extra 2 hours to redo it.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I had extra footage on that video that you'll never get to see now, so.
Yeah.
Ha! Whatever, man.
You'll figure it out for the next one.
I won't lie, like, now that if I could get that video back, I think the one that I did first was a little bit better than the one that I ended up completing, because the second one was kind of, I know what I was doing, but I was kind of
Yeah.
annoyed at that point, so I kind of missed over some bits that would have been funny for the video.
Yeah.
But
But the product that I was given in the end was still good. But of course, obviously, improvements, I'm assuming, will be made in the near future.
oh, I can already, I'm already thinking of just like, I'm thinking of ideas for this next one, where it's like, I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth and deep, a little bit diver into the toolbox that is Premiere Pro's editing
Yes.
abilities.
And
Because I
also,
wanted to do some. Go on.
basically, looking at videos would be your best friend.
Oh, that's why I learned a lot of my stuff from.
Yeah.
Like picking up clips and shit was all good and all, because it's incredibly easy to get those clips in. And
Yeah,
I'll have my.
it's definitely easy. And also, the one thing that I completely forgot about is, to be honest, this should have been, because it is a subject for the podcast, and at this rate, it might have to be. Of course, obviously, I've got more sound effects and all that stuff now because of the soundboard,
Yeah.
which I can send you for that. But of course,
Hello,
it's like,
chicken nugget.
hello, chicken nugget. And of course, just like, definitely, it will be interesting to see how you move forward with editing, because I generally can see that you could be a full-on editor and accepting commissions.
Oh, I hope for that for my future. I want to do art, and it's always been a thing for me to do art. But I would be completely content if I just delved a little bit further into editing and just left art for you as like a side thing.
Yeah.
I think because at that point it's just, there's not the stress on there. If I got paid, it's is what it is. I'm just doing it for a friend at this point. And then if I get commissions for editing, because
Because you got to think, it's like, for example, Suarez,
Mm.
there's like, for his videos, he normally ends up charging like 100 a video.
it's like the money wouldn't be too bad.
It's like the money would be cushy for you, just make sure the tax man. That's all I got to necessarily say, because technically it's your own business.
A lot of it would be in cash. I'd take it out first.
Well, no, when you do commissions like that, it wouldn't be in cash, it would be through PayPal.
Yeah, no, but like a lot of it would be going into PayPal anyways, so.
Yeah, so you'd have to be very careful with that.
Yeah, that'll get sorted out. It's going to be a couple of months yet before I even think about accepting commissions.
Yeah.
And because I need.
This is more your practice run to see how far you can go, really.
Like, lockdown's going to be like my baby for editing for the next 2-3 months, just to kind of evolve my editing technique, because every video is going to be hopefully a little bit better than the next. And then once we're comfortable with lockdown being the way it is, and I could take on the extra workload, I'll probably just do like highlights or funny moments from streams.
Pretty much.
Depending on where Connor wants me to take this next thing. I might just be the main channel full-time editor at this point. And Connor does his Pokemon stuff, and Connor does T-Talk as well. So it's like a 50-50 split pretty much.
But of course, it's like,
Depending on how we look
obviously,
at it.
I do have every intention to probably go back and forth between editors. Because obviously, you're one of the editors, and of course, Suarez is the other one. So of course, it's different video experiences.
Yeah, it's
Like, same content necessarily, but different video experiences, basically.
like because we watched the Phasma video that Suarez edited. It was a pretty good video.
Yeah.
Like the highlights in there were pretty good. I feel like he missed a couple of moments that I thought, okay, that could have been funny, but maybe that's just from my perspective or not. But
Like I say, it was a good video. It was.
it did the job, and I was quite happy with the result as a consumer.
It was unfortunate that it did get claimed, which is a false claim. I didn't know it was a false claim because I spoke to the person who originally created the music, and I was like, yeah, false claim, dealing with that as soon as possible. But of course, I did put in a dispute for it as well, and of course, they're still being reviewed after like 2 fucking weeks. Of however long it's been at this point.
Hopefully.
It's kind of a joke, really.
Yeah, YouTube tends to be a bit of a joke when it comes to that stuff, but there's no music in that FUT Lockdown one, so there should be no reason for it to get claimed.
Like I say, there'll be a 0% chance of being claimed through that. But of course, the only thing is, it was a false claim on that one.
Yeah.
Because it even says in the description, because like, it is allowed to be used under Creative Commons. It's like, as long as you're not ripping it and re-uploading it, it's allowed to be as use. As long as you change it in some way. It's like, obviously, it was used as background music for the video, and that's fully allowed under free use. And of course, since he said we're allowed to use it, so of course that false claim, which is by a completely different person, is fucking stupid, and hopefully it gets dealt with as soon as possible, basically.
Yeah, it's oh good. hopefully, it's got to be trying to fucking think of the words now. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to the future when it comes to editing. I totally just didn't get a message from Mike, which completely fucked me. But yeah. I enjoyed my first editing experience. I thought I thought it'd be just impossible for like the first couple of weeks. It took me like an extra week. But to be honest, I did the first like 2 hours in of editing, and I found my rhythm, and I was like, okay, I'm able to see these funny moments, and I'm also able to identify where these cuts should be.
Yeah.
I just need a little bit more precision because Adobe's little bit of the cutting areas for that is kind of a bit annoying at points because you just can't get it right where you want it at the points. But I found my rhythm, and for people that watch the video, you'll clearly see.
Yeah.
There's plenty of funny clips in there as well. I did make sure of that. Connor asked for memes, and I delivered.
Pretty much, because like with Jake's editing, is like he definitely added the meme clips at the right time. Because like with some of them, a couple of them are overused, and if you haven't seen the video, you probably get what I mean with a couple of them. But still funny because the timings were good for them.
It wasn't just clips though. It was little not voices, but sound clips as well. Sound bites.
Yeah.
I thought I was pretty good with the Discord pings, to be honest.
Yeah, the Discord pings were pretty good as well. I do have to admit.
I watched that video as I was editing it plenty of times. I'm noticing my mistakes, but then I'm also noticing when I'm doing it right. And the best thing an editor can be is their best critic, but then they're also their best.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like the best person to receive advice on. Because the only person that can know how to edit like you is you.
The problem is that the worst critic is yourself. The best critics are the people who have done editing experiences and also the audience.
Well, this is why I valued your opinion a lot, because it is your video, and so when you came out and that it was a good product and you were quite happy with it, I felt fucking relieved.
For your first video, it was a good product. And obviously, like I said before, there are improvements that always need to be made. There's no such... Because I learned this from being a chef. It's like, there's no such thing as a perfect dish. There's no such thing as the perfect video.
There's no such thing as a perfect editor. As much as we want worlds to be, but...
Because no matter what, there's something you can always improve on, no matter the video, no matter whatever it is. There's no such thing as perfect, and there's always going to be someone better than you. So obviously, the objective is to get better than them. Kind of how it is, really.
I certainly are. I've got the ambition for it, and like we've seen fuck knows how many YouTube videos out there where people take gambles on editors who are like really cheap.
Yeah.
Even they just don't deliver.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I'm getting close to that level of like, okay, I'm better than them at this point. I already know I know what I'm doing. I ain't just opening software and just deleting shit. I'm just saying that this complete shit is the video.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of videos out there just in over the
Because I feel like with a video and the editing side of things, it needs to be a perfect balance of funny from the video and funny for the editing. It needs to be a perfect balance of content. Because like, yes, you could record a shit video and make the video funny with editing, but then again, it's unbalanced. It's like you want good content recorded before the video is edited, and then obviously cut out all the crap in between, and then use sound bites and all that shit to make the video better. And decent transitions and all that.
Something I noticed, like when doing FUT Lockdown, and this will be the reference point for a lot of my editing topics from now until the next couple of months. But like the first, like the squad building segment of Lockdown, I don't put as many clips in there, and it's very noticeable. But that's because it's mainly like, okay, then we're just building the team. There's rarely going to be a funny moment. It's just a case of when there's a player in there that has a clip that I can use for it, and there's like, okay, then I can put a bit of funny in there.
Yeah,
like I will. Like that Arusu clip is just going to be.
Yeah, that one was very creative. But of course, it's like with FUT Lockdown, the team building is never going to be the funny bit. It never really will be, unless we... Well, I wouldn't say it never will be the funny bit. There could be funny bits within there. We could... All that stuff. Kind of like with Squad Builder Showdown that AJ3 normally runs.
Yes.
It's like, obviously the whole basis of it is obviously like building the squads and all that shit. But of course, it is also funny to extents. So of course it'll be probably similar to that type of mindset, really.
I kind of envision it when I did lockdown. It's kind of like that. It's like a mix. It's like our own idea, but like the AJ free style of like squad building type thing mixed in with like the Danny Aaron style of editing because he does use a lot of clips.
Yeah.
And that's where like I get a lot of my clips ideas from. Because like I don't watch as much Edge Free as I did back then. It's not because of his content's bad. It's just I just don't. I think Danny Aaron's is just my content for right now that I'm enjoying watching.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the mix of the two. I'm taking ideas from both, and I feel like, I mean, if everyone's got a problem with it, they can suck me off. But that's the point of being an editor. You are getting inspiration from other places.
Say, it's like,
same with being an artist.
Like I say, you get inspiration from other places to create new ideas. Because technically, you can say no idea is ever original. It's always been inspired from something else.
Yeah, it's like this podcast. We wasn't going to do this podcast at the time we did it without other people doing their podcast, which kind of like, okay, then it brought the topic into conversation and then we ended up doing it.
And of course, that person thinking, oh, they just nicked our idea.
Oh, shame. I mean, at
this point, we've uploaded more episodes than them.
Yeah, but listen, the podcast might have not boomed off right away, but I'm enjoying it at least.
Nothing explodes straight away. It takes time. The question is how long.
We'll release episodes. If people enjoy them, they enjoy them. If they get listens, they do, because sometimes I need to remember that we actually are uploading this to Spotify.
Yes, we do. But of course, that's the thing. I'm not exactly a fan of checking the statistics and all that stuff to see how videos do and perform.
I don't really. Because like, if it's...
That is why with like Twitch viewerships and all that stuff, I always try and hide the number. Because it's like... Seeing the number drop is a massive demotivator and doesn't make you as creative or as funny or as entertaining for a stream or a video and all that such. Which is why any streamer, YouTube and all that stuff, don't be fussed by the numbers. I know it's hard to not be fussed by the numbers, but with Twitch you can hide your live viewerships, which is good, and also hide your subscriber counts and all that stuff if you need to. And of course with YouTube as well, obviously... Avoid the statistics tab. Avoid the, oh, this is the #1 video or this is number 10 shit, especially if you're starting out. Not worth it.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. You'll get incredibly depressed from it. Because the algorithm works different ways. So
yeah, it is a demotivator, but I look at it because I'll check the podcast episodes on YouTube at least once a week because I can't check the Spotify statistics, but I'll check it like once a week at the end of that week when the episode's about to come out.
Yeah.
If the views are down, I know that there's something that we can improve on, like definitely, and I'm all for that. Like we just need to know what it is.
Yeah.
It is when I see the views are like higher than usual, I think okay, then we did something right to encourage a couple more views.
Yeah.
It was at the end of the day, I'm not asked whether we get low or high views. At the end of the day, we're doing this for fun, and we get to get some topics off our chest that we wouldn't usually talk on a podcast, on a stream, or in general, anyways.
True.
But it's just like it's interesting seeing those numbers go up and down and knowing, okay, we can improve something on that episode while also knowing that we did something right on this episode.
Yeah, and I've got
it's an all improvement thing, really.
The one thing that I definitely do need to start doing is actually creating unique thumbnails for each episode. That's something that needs to be done because obviously the algorithm will twig if it's like a similar thumbnail and it won't push it as much. If it's a unique and fancy looking thumbnail every single time, then they'll be like, okay, yeah, we'll push that out and it'll actually attract more viewers. So I definitely need to start doing more unique thumbnails for each one. I just don't know what to do for each unique thumbnail. I just don't know.
I think it just may be a case of point of trying to incorporate some of the topics that we've talked about.
Maybe.
Because it doesn't really take much to really know, like, okay, editing, you can probably find a symbol for editing somewhere that kind of suits out. Or maybe just putting them as words for each different side of our own topics. Like editing goes on my side, Pokemon goes on your side.
Pretty much.
You get my drift.
Yeah.
Really, but it doesn't need to be bizarre. It doesn't need to shit in your face pretty much with the way that it's.
It just needs to be a good looking thumbnail for them to go, oh, we'll click that one, and for them not to think, oh, but I've seen that video already. Because the problem is, if the thumbnails are too similar, they'll be like, oh, I've seen that already. When the truth is, it's a completely different video. So it's like the thumbnails and all that shit need to be different every time. It's just the question is how far can you go with creativity for the thumbnails? That's the real question.
I think it's got to be based on topics, and I think that's really the way to go. Because it kind of gives them a little bit of hint that what's been talked about without showing them too much.
Yeah, that is true. But of course, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
See, we've got plenty of time yet. Like we are on like the edge of what we are going to be starting to do in the next month or two.
Yeah.
Content. And the fact that I've got a edited video sorted out already, and that's going out tonight.
Yeah.
We've done fuck knows how many podcast episodes and still wanting to do it.
True. It was like we've done a fair share now. What's this, episode 10?
Episode 10 of technically season 2, but I think we're kind of ditching the seasons thing right now.
Yeah, we're ditching the season thing, but of course
we're just rebranding it as the next episode 10, and we'll just go on from there.
Because the real question is like, well, yeah, the real question is like, I've forgotten what I was going to say, for fuck's sakes.
It's forgotten it.
Yeah, shit. My brain, why you have to do this to me?
Was it something about the podcast? Or
it was something about the podcast. Fuck.
Was it editing the titles?
Shit.
He's actually done this. This is the first time in about 30 episodes that this has happened. First time in about 2 seasons.
That's it. I was gonna look at what like the episode number was for Tea Talk.
Yeah, there you go.
That's like the first time I've had like a absolute brain fart.
Proper brain fart.
It's like the first proper time. Yeah, this is episode number 10 because we've done 9 episodes.
Yes, this is episode 10 of technically season 2, but we've got other episodes in, but we're not going to class those because they're not on that channel.
Yeah. Fucking hell, that was so difficult to remember. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is such a bad time to have one as well.
Yeah, because it's like at that point of the video, my brain was literally this.
He's fucking fried it.
I couldn't remember shit. And of course,
Hello, brain, do you want to work?
A little mini subject to go in, and of course, I actually decided to go for it and actually buy a Steam Deck. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't think I'd turn it into a soundboard.
It's the first thing you did when you got it.
That's it. I didn't think I'd do that though. I thought it'd be cool to have like OBS transitions and shit, which is what I do. It's like I have transitions to switch from my PC screen to full screen, so automatically open OBS Studio by a click of a button, and to switch like full cam and shit. That's what I've done. That's what I thought I was going to do with it, and also like the whole Twitch clip it and all that stuff as well, and also ads and everything. Yeah. One thing I wasn't expecting it to do was to be able to turn it into a soundboard.
And that's what you've done with it, pretty much.
And I fucked with so many people with it. That is brilliant. I plan on making...
This is a funny story for the podcast, right? And you know where I'm going with this, because you keep trolling people with the Discord noise. And he succeeded so many fucking times. I don't think there's one person in the group yet that you haven't gotten.
Who?
No, I don't think there is anyone yet.
No, I've gotten everybody with it at least once. And unfortunately... Jake used that sound effect in the video, and of course, it got me with it. He got himself with it.
Yeah, I got you.
So, and he got me with it as well. Context. I was like, what?
Connor was reviewing the footage when I finished the video, and that was about 2-3 days ago.
Yeah, it was a few days ago.
I got him with it because there's a clip in there where I use it twice.
Yeah, because he uses the ba-ding when he makes a shot within the game.
Yeah, and it gets saved. But not only that...
That did throw me off guard a little bit.
You weren't expecting that for that little ping there, but
no.
Not only that, but when editing the video, I was looking through the clips and I did the Discord. I selected the Discord one, not knowing what it was, and then I said the Discord ping and looked immediately there and shit, I've actually got myself. Thing is, though, it's like I'm upset that I got myself with it, but I just know it's going to be a funny story. The amount of times I got
people with it is funny as fuck.
You don't even need to get me with it. I did it to myself.
Yeah, you did it to yourself, which is fucking gold. It's just funny.
You're all wanker. I actually will. I genuinely looked there.
I purposely stopped talking in between to make it seem like it was real.
I'm not being funny, but I actually looked because I was concerned because I thought
that somebody hijacked the Discord and joined the call.
No, there's like no one should be able to get.
No one's allowed
call.
because we have a separate chat for Tea Talk where no one's allowed to join because like role
we have
permissions and
our
shit.
Discord. We have our Discord called PG Tips.
Yeah,
I run it. There's separate channels. One for Foot Lockdown when we record it. There's one for Tea Talk. There's one for other projects when people want to get in there and talk about some potential content.
Yeah.
So SLS still has a channel, but we're gonna get.
That's probably gonna get part off because it's like with SLS, it kind of got SLS died and was reborn into
Foot Lockdown. I think I might rebrand SLS as just like Foot Lockdown for now, because then we can still do goal of the season and just do seasons for Lockdown.
Yeah, we can do goal of the season. Yeah.
And then we got the chat there for it, and then we've got topics in there as well for if anyone wants to come in there and say, okay, then why don't you use this player if we've got him, and so on.
Yeah, it's like voting polls for the players and shit.
Voting polls and shit like that for when people want to join in, and because
we'll have to do that for Twitter as well. Actually, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, Twitter might be a good place to do it.
For our next episode of Foot Lockdown, what player would you like to see us use?
Because we've got 2 episodes planned.
Yeah, two episodes. 2 episodes are planned. 1 episode's been recorded; just needs to be edited down. Of course,
technically 3 episodes have been planned then, because we do have 2 players that we did decide on tonight that we will do in the future.
2 which is decided on tonight, 1 which has already been recorded, which of course
and so
once
those have been recorded, those will be recorded within the next week or 2.
Yeah,
and then that'll be me sorted for the next 2 months. So maybe in about
because to keep the to keep changes going on with the channel, of course, it's like a 1 every 2 weeks thing, just because there'll be another video which would be edited by the Suarez at the moment. That would kind of mainly be the main thing. But of course, if I think I can push the lid on consistency for the main channel, then I will make Foot Lockdown once a week. If that lid can be pushed, otherwise it's going to stay as a 1 every 2 weeks thing.
A lot of it goes down to editing, and most of it goes down to availability to record.
And also, it's just like, obviously, for Foot Lockdown, I don't want to put too much pressure on you for the videos, especially since you're only just starting out. That's why it's a 1 in 2 weeks thing.
If I can get Foot Lockdown to a consistent thing where it's like, okay, then I know that I can do this within that week time and not lose so much time just from having to panic and do it.
Pretty much.
Then I'll take on the commitment of doing it once a week, because we'll be able to record so much of it and be able to release it once a week. Fuck you. But as of right now, the next month minimum, it's going to be once. The next 2 episodes are going to be once every 2 weeks, just to get my rhythm going.
Yeah, so if
I'm
comfortable
get used with doing it once a week, sure.
And get used to shortcuts and stuff as well.
Yeah, I just want time to adjust and know that, okay then, because I do editing around about midday, so around about between 11:30 and about 1:30, depending on how long I want to do it for. So it's a 2-hour window just to think, okay then, I've got my time to do this. I just need to know. The first day is usually just sorting everything out and then making sure that it's synced and shit now.
Yeah.
Second day is when I start the cutting, and then, because I'm to all the editors out there who may or may not be watching or listening, do you just cut the video first and then add the clips in later, or do you do it all in one go, but you go in from the start of the video to the end of the video? Or are you weird and you go from the back of the video to the end, to the start of the video?
Okay, so with how I normally do it, it's like, I will normally, like depending on what video it is, sometimes I have timestamps to what I think is funny during the time. It's like, if I record the video and I think something's funny, I could just timestamp that and be like, okay, there we go. That'll be a clip I'll add. But of course, when it comes to actually watching the whole footage, it's more or less considered, depending on if it's like a storyline type thing, obviously you keep the story bits in and all that shit. And if I find something where I can audio effect it right there, for example, like if you're going to crash into a building, you add a car crash sound effect. I add that there and then, basically. I don't add the sound effects
It's
after.
when you come across it, innit?
It's when you come across it is when I add them.
You don't want to go through the video and then once you've cut all of it down and come up with the ideas for clips, thinking, did I want that one there or there? It's just like, I like doing it there and then, because I can save it at that point and know.
Yeah,
okay,
it was like, or at that point, if I do think of the sound effect, I'll note down what sound effect I want to use for it or what my idea is for it. So once I've cut the clips down, then I can go look for the audio effects after. The idea will come along as while I'm watching the video, but if the audio is added before or after it's been cut down, it generally just depends.
For me, it just comes instantly when it comes to like, sometimes I have to think outside the box, and that Arusa one was definitely one of them. But like, usually it's just there on a plate for me just to pick from when it comes to a clip. It's like I can just think of anything. It's like people will see it, but that shot into outer space just came thinking, I skied that shot. It'd be funny as fuck if I shot it out of space.
Yeah.
But it just comes instantly for me, and I don't know why. It's like, I know that there's something there. It's destined to be there. I'll put it in, and then I can rest there. Like the "Ooh, we are hard" clip whenever I talk shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
of course, go on.
We are an hour in.
We didn't even have to ask for the time, bro. We are doing it right.
We are an hour. At what point? That's the thing. It's like when we finished talking about Actually, you know what the funny thing is? We didn't even mention Scarlet or Violet.
We get to save that for the next episode, man.
We didn't even mention Pokemon Scarlet and Violet being announced. We didn't even mention that because I was thinking, okay, when I was mentioning about getting the Stream Deck, I was like, okay, that's a subject to add in if we run out. But we ended up kind of replacing the Stream Deck subject for Scarlet and Violet in a way, and talking about editing and all that shit. That was a good episode.
It was. I did enjoy that, and I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we'll share their thoughts in the comments. And well, everything's down in the comments, anyways. The Discord link and all that.
Yeah,
down in the comments.
Of course, my Twitter, Twitch, Pokemon, and main channel. You can go check all those out. Links are in the description. Same with Spotify. If you look in the description bit of when you listen to the podcast, all the links are there as well. And of course, with Jake's stuff as well, it's Twitter, it's Twitch. Go check it out. We might be doing a stream in a little bit. And that's pretty much it. And of course, on YouTube, if you guys didn't enjoy, make sure you bonk the like button and hit the subscribe button as well, because which will give. I really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're listening on Spotify,
you off guard there, because I don't have a soundboard. So if
you guys did enjoy listening to us on Spotify as well, give us a review. Let us know what you think. Give us some good criticism. Don't just say it's shit, because that's not useful. And yeah, thanks so much for watching this. There's a goodbye from me, and a goodbye from my wonderful co-host.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your brew.
Peace.